for joining us and sharing that insight. Now we move on to our next story. U.S. President Donald Trump has signed a controversial new travel ban, reviving a policy from his first term. The order, taking effect this coming Monday, bans entry from 12 countries, including Afghanistan, Iran, Libya, and Yemen. 7 other nations, including Cuba, Venezuela, and Laos, face partial restrictions, allowing only limited work visas. Trump says the move follows a firebomb attack on a Jewish protest in Colorado. The suspect, an Egyptian national, was in the U.S. illegally. He claims the attack highlights failures in the U.S. immigration and vetting system. The ban does not apply to athletes participating in the 2026 World Cup or the 2028 Olympics.
Today, I am signing a new executive order placing travel restrictions on countries including Yemen, Somalia, Haiti, Libya, and numerous others. The strength of the restrictions we're applying depends on the severity of the threat posed. The list is subject to revision based on whether material improvements are made, and likewise, new countries can be added as threats emerge around the world.
Trump has also blocked visas for new students entering Harvard, part of his broader crackdown on liberal institutions. Human rights groups, including Amnesty International, call the ban discriminatory and cruel. Venezuela warned its citizens against traveling to the U.S., calling America a dangerous place. Legal challenges to the ban are expected, just like in 2017 when Trump enacted a similar ban on Muslim-majority countries. Now we have guest joining us, Raymond Vickery. He's a former Assistant Secretary of Commerce of the United States of America. He's joining us live from Washington. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to NewsX World. What are the key national security justifications given for reinstating the travel ban, and how credible are these concerns in today's global security environment?
Well, thanks very much for having me. It seems to me that what we have here is a continuation of the Trump view of the world, and that is that there ought to be a fortress America. On the economic side, he's used tariffs arbitrarily to try to do that economically. And on the movement of human beings, people across borders, immigration visas are his, and non-immigration visas are his weapon of choice. And what he's done here, it seems to me, is put together the themes that support his worldview. One is anti-Muslim and religious. He tried that during his first term with limited results. The second one really has to do with race. He has in the past talked about in very vulgar terms the whole countries, and it seems to me that he wants to carry that out in regard to several African countries and Haiti. You'll remember during the campaign, he had this falsehood about Haitians eating dogs and cats and pets of people in Ohio. I think there's a third category, which includes Venezuela and Cuba. He very much has, in my view, the view of setting up strong nations. The United States should be able to control the Western Hemisphere. Russia gets Europe, and basically China, with some limitations, gets to be the great power of Asia. And if you want to throw in yet another category, he has an ongoing fight with Harvard, and he is there trying just to destroy opposition to him. He really wants to be an authoritarian who rules by decree rather than the constitutional means which have been governing the United States for almost 250 years. So this is the latest in carrying out President Trump's worldview. It is sowing chaos because it is not a unified and logical procedural. It is simply a way to throw into the stew pot, if you will, of his actions to get what he calls a national greatness again, make America great again, and he does that by cutting off the rest of the world except where he views that he can get advantage like a real estate mogul making a transaction. It's a very unfortunate approach, but it just is the latest in a long line of actions designed to change the form of government in the United States.
And according to you, how might this travel ban impact diplomatic relations with the affected countries and broader U.S. foreign policy goals?
Well, I think it has a very deleterious effect, a very harmful effect. First of all, it's sort of like the tariffs in that it's utter chaos. You have people who are in process. Let's just take Afghanistan, for example. People who may not have been absolutely directly employed by the United States, but nevertheless are in danger from the Taliban there and are in process of seeking some refuge, and that goes out the window. If you're looking at the so-called Muslim ban, there is not a rationale there. He cites the attack in Colorado on a Jewish group by a man not from any of the countries which he's named, but from Egypt. So there's no coherence here, except, as I said earlier, this desire to be able to play to his MAGA base and cut off the United States in regard to a cooperative approach internationally. To build peace and prosperity, it is no longer, since World War II, appropriate and effective to take that view. And that's what we've been trying to do for the last 80 years, is to prevent that kind of might is right approach to international relations. But that's not the view of President Trump, and this is the latest move to impose what he views as his ability to rule by decree and not be encumbered by the checks and balances which are part of the United States constitutional system.
Thank you very much, Raymond Vickery, for joining us and sharing that insight. Well, that's all we have time for. We will continue to bring more news updates from around the world.